Hello! In this video we're going to be proving that a root exists between two values by noticing a change of sign. So the objective here is to understand what a root is and to prove that roots exist by noticing a change of sign. So the key idea, if f of a and f of b have different signs, then a root must exist between a and b. So a change of sign means that the graph must have crossed the x-axis somewhere in between. So it's important to note what exactly a root is. So a root of an equation is where it cuts the x-axis. So if we imagine it on a graph, we have x and we have y. So if we imagine the two values a and b have corresponding y values of f of a and f of b. So if we plot these 2 points, f of a and f of b, I've plotted f of a to be greater than 0 and f of b to be less than 0. In order to get from f of a to f of b, we must have passed the x-axis at some point. So this point here is called the root, and there must be a root between a and b if there is a change of sign between f of a and f of b. So here's an example. We need to show that the equation x cubed minus 4 equals 0 has a root between 1 and 2. So the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to work out f of 1 and f of 2 by simply substituting in x equals 1 and x equals 2. So if I sub in x equals 1, I get 1 cubed minus 4, which is 1 minus 4, which is minus 3. And if I substitute in x equals 2, I get 2 cubed minus 4, which is 8 minus 4, which is 4. So minus 3 is less than 0 and 4 is greater than 0. So if we imagine plotting this on the graph, we would have x and we would have y. So we have the x values x equals 1 and x equals 2. And when x equals 1, y is minus 3, so that's down here. And when x equals 2, y is equal to 4, so that's somewhere up here. So if I plot these 2 points, when x equals 1, y is minus 3, so that's down here. And when x equals 2, y is 4, so that's up here. So in order to try and connect them, I must have passed the x-axis at some point. So that point there is the root. So because there's a change of sign between x equals 1 and x equals 2, there must be a root in the interval. So I'm going to finish this by saying change of sign, therefore root in interval. So here's another example. We need to show that the equation x squared minus 5x plus 3 equals 0 has a root between x equals 0 and x equals 1. So again, I'm going to substitute in x equals 0. So I end up with 0 squared minus 5 times 0 plus 3. So if I work that out, that's going to be equal to 3. And when x equals 1, I'm going to substitute in x equals 1. So I have 1 squared minus 5 times 1 plus 3. So that's 1 take away 5, which is minus 4, and minus 4 plus 3, which is minus 1. So again, if I was to plot this on a graph, I have my x and I have my y. When x equals 0, y is 3, so that's somewhere over here. And when x equals 1, y is minus 1, so that's going to be somewhere down here. So in order to get from 3 to minus 1, I must have passed the x-axis at some point, and that point is called the root. So because there is a change of sign, there must be a root in the interval. So here's another example. We have to show that the equation x cubed plus x equals 1 has a root between 0 and 1. Now this one's slightly different because it's not equal to 0. So in order to show that there's a root in the interval, we need to first make the equation equal to 0. So if I do that, I have x cubed plus x minus 1 equals 0. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to sub in x equals 0 and x equals 1. So when x equals 0, I have 0 cubed plus 0 minus 1, which is minus 1. And when x equals 1, I have 1 cubed plus 1 minus 1, which is going to be 1. So again, if I imagine sketching this, I have x and I have y. So when x equals 0, y is minus 1, so that's somewhere down here. And when x equals 1, y is 1, so that is going to be somewhere up here. And in order to get from minus 1 to 1, I must have passed the x-axis at some point. That point is the root. And therefore, since there is a change of sign, there must be a root in the interval. Okay, so here is a quick fire practice question on this topic. Pause the video, have a go at this one, and I'll reveal the answer in a moment. Okay, so well done if you managed to have a go at that. I've just displayed the answer on the screen, and that's everything for this video. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in another video. Bye!